Good morning and welcome back to You Better Fact Check because I had wine first. It's 9:35 in the morning, so I did not have wine first, but I did yesterday. I took the time to collect my thoughts on a situation swirling around in my head right now. If I had it, I would think that privilege is a beautiful thing because it allows you to do things, almost anything, without the fear of consequence or major consequence. So I decided to podcast about my little situation. Also, my kids have promised me this 30 minutes, so we'll see how it goes. They've had breakfast. They are watching one show on one TV together. So I'm sure that won't last for 30 minutes. I'll be quick. A couple of nights ago, I got a direct message from someone who hadn't spoken to me, inquired about me, or anything for 20 years, over 20 years, to tell me how they felt about something I posted on a community page. As I've mentioned several times, I'm from Montevallo, Alabama, who is a politely segregated city. If you go and walk around, you will see the differences between one side of town versus the other. I don't know if it's proximity to the university that benefits the one side of town or the whiteness of that side of town. I'm just being honest. It may just be that they're closer to the university and things have to look better around that side versus across the bridge. Or us town folks call it Cross Creek. Anyway, this is the message I got. And this is funny to me. It's funny to me now. When I got off work at 10 p.m. 2 nights ago, it was not funny. So I did not respond back because I didn't have anything nice to say or a way to say what I wanted to nicely. And I have to be respectful because this is an old lady. Here we go. Aandrea, I'm reading it how I think she was probably typing it. Aandrea, I am so sorry to hear you say Montevallo is a trash place. I know when you were in high school and worked in the concession stand with me, you didn't ever say anything about that. I thought you were a very vibrant and beautiful young lady and happy. I very much enjoyed you working with me. Does that mean I was also trash? Did I ever treat you any way like trash? I loved all you girls who worked with me, no matter what. Sweet girl, that statement hurt. God bless. Ma'am, what is about to happen now is called a read. How dare anyone think that they can come into your direct messages and tell you how they thought you felt? As a 15, 16-year-old black girl, do you think that I would have told some random white lady that I work with how I felt about the separations in our city that everyone knows about? These aren't things that are secrets in small towns like this. It's things that people don't talk about. There are so many things problematic with this message. The fact that I'm 39 and you called me sweet girl. Don't do that. Don't talk to people like that. Don't talk to me in message as if you are superior in some way. I was literally a child. So I was happy. I am still happy. I had great grandparents and loving families and super friends. A lot of white friends. It's not about how you feel. It's about how I felt. So for me to say that Montevallo is a trash place, that is my opinion, but it can get better. Things that have happened to my family and friends within this city that we call home make me think that, give me the right to say that, because my experience as a black person is different than your experience as an older white person who the community caters to. Let me slow down a little bit. And I think in all of these years that I haven't been spoken to or mentioned by this woman, she never asked why I quit working at the concession stand. I didn't quit at the end of the season. I abruptly quit in the middle of the day. I just left. And why did I just leave? Because her husband yelled at me about a 50-cent poster. That is not okay. About a poster. He asked us to draw an ice cream cone on it because we were going to start selling ice cream. And I drew an ice cream cone on it, and he did not like it. Like, you didn't give markers, you didn't give anything else to draw something. And then yelled because he said I ruined his poster that I'm sure 20 years ago cost 50 cents. Somebody fact check that, because I don't know what a poster board cost in 1998. Yeah, anyway. And being vibrant and beautiful has nothing to do with me disliking a place. I can still be vibrant and beautiful and happy and think somewhere is trash. So, is she placing how I value a city on how she should value me? I wonder. That's why in this same community page, I suggested they all read A White Fragility, which then when I mentioned it to a friend yesterday, they laughed and was like, that's a great idea. I wasn't going to do a podcast. I was going to go live on Facebook. But then I thought I might get too heated. And honestly, my goal is not to embarrass my mom every time I post something on my podcast. But I hear footsteps outside my door. Somebody wants to come in. They went away. Good. Ooh, off track. I lost my thought. Oh, yeah. So my goal is not to embarrass my mom every time I post something on my podcast. Which would be good. Because, a lot of people know her in Montevallo. A lot of people know me. People know my family. So they know that we don't play about each other. And little misunderstandings like this can get out of hand. I say all of that to say we are in a climate right now, and for however long it takes for there to be change, we are going to be in this same climate. So be careful the things that you say and who you say them to. Because a change has to be made step by step, message by message, video by video. There has to be a change that is made. We, and I mean poor people, I mean black people, people who are generally just undervalued and without all of these privileges are tired, fed up, and just in a state not to take it anymore. And that's what it takes for change, for you to be tired of it. Do you know how many messages I don't respond back to people? But I am tired of it. And I am not giving anyone any exception anymore. And I know there are my friends who may be listening to this and it's like, you don't give anyone any exception at all anyway. That may be true. But people that I held at a certain status or stature, I'm not yielding to that anymore. You have nothing over me. I am not your footstool. None of that. So you're not going to talk to me in a way that I feel is demeaning, because then I shall respond. You're not going to send me messages about what's hurtful to you. What's hurtful to me is that you did not see that within the Black community that you live in, that things are problematic for us. That's hurtful. That you would go on living your wonderfully, beautifully porcelain existence and not know that there's a whole half of the city in the middle of a struggle. Or the know of it and not care. This same woman who sent me a message then sent me a message to remind me of who she was and then name her children who were friends of mine. Like, I know who you are. I know who they are. I just wasn't responding to your message because I wasn't ready to respond in a disrespectful way. Because I could have talked to her like I do anyone on the street who says something out of line to me. But do I want to be disrespectful to an old lady? No. Do I want to be disrespectful to someone who was my friend's mom? No. But I can guarantee if you come for me again, you will get all the wrath of this vibrant, beautiful, happy young lady that you want. This is Aandrea with You Better Fact Check because I had wine first. Signing off and posting this publicly to Facebook. Love you guys.